Biosensors 2014, the World Congress on Biosensors. Hi, many thanks for taking the time to watch this short video in which I will update you on progress towards the next World Congress on Biosensors. Many of you will know that I've been associated with this conference for over 25 years. But my enthusiasm never wanes, and I'm particularly looking forward to Biosensors 2014 in Australia. The climate for conferences and publications in the field of biosensors has something of a déjà vu feel about it at the moment. When Elsevier first asked me to organise a conference on biosensors in the late 80s to help boost the visibility of our journal, I refused, believing that there were far too many conferences around at that time. However, I was quickly convinced by a simple question: which is the conference everybody goes to? This made me instantly realise the futility of proliferation. What is the point of creating numerous events when actually everybody needs to get together in one place? On that day, I vowed to help create the perfect conference series for the biosensor community, where you can get everything you need in terms of ideas, information exchange and contacts in a timely manner and have a great time into the bargain. With the help of many colleagues over the years and the might of the biggest scientific publisher in the world, Elsevier, I hope that we have realised that dream. Run in association with the principal journal in the field, Biosensors and Bioelectronics, the World Congress on Biosensors is the one conference that you cannot afford to miss. If you're working on biosensors, you simply must be there. The World Congress on Biosensors strives to serve the whole scientific community, without bias, seeking accessible venues and avoiding vested interest. It tours the globe, always in a new location and with a fresh set of luminaries. We realise that for many in Europe, Australia is a stretch in terms of distance and expense, but we believe that it is essential to properly represent the international community, and Biosensors 2014 provides a rare opportunity for some of us, like me, to see the brilliant work emanating from the other side of the globe. Helping us realise this ambition on this occasion is a hugely enthusiastic local organising committee chaired by Justin Goodin from the University of New South Wales. We have also received exceptional cooperation from the Australian Tourist Board, which is intent on making your stay both memorable and especially enjoyable. The 24th anniversary edition of the World Congress on Biosensors, Biosensors 2014, runs from the 27th to the 30th of May and will be held at the spectacular Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre, located on the banks of the Yarra River, only a short walk from Melbourne's central business district and a 20-minute drive from Melbourne's International Airport. Delegates and accompanying guests can experience a taste of southern Australia in the lively and cosmopolitan city of Melbourne and enjoy the legendary Australian hospitality and wonderful local food with all its Asian influence. The city has much to offer, but also plan to make time to visit some of the stunning scenery and wildlife in regional Victoria. Each day of the Congress commences with plenary sessions featuring some of the most exciting and influential speakers working in the area today. Join 1,000 colleagues to hear from plenary speakers Frank Caruso from the University of Melbourne, Andrew de Mello, ETH Zurich, Justin Goodin from University of New South Wales, Wolfgang Knoll from the Austrian Institute of Technology, Tanya Monroe from the University of Adelaide, and Joseph Wang from the University of California at San Diego. Each day, following these opening talks, the Congress expands into 4 parallel sessions within the 3-day format. 14 subtopic areas have been identified encompassing all forms of biosensors, including their commercial development, manufacturing and markets. Subtopics will embrace bioelectronics and biological fuel cells, nanomaterials, lab-on-a-chip technologies and DNA chips. Competition for the oral slots at Biosensors is intense, with only about 10% of the 1,000 or so abstracts submitted by the deadline for receipt of 22nd of November 2013, likely to gain the required ranking. The top scoring papers qualify for free registrations and are delivered as keynote presentations. These authors also qualify for entry to the prestigious Biosensors and Bioelectronics Award for the most original contribution to the Congress. The award will be presented at the Congress dinner, which is always a marvellous event to remember, and the ensuing party will be a chance to crystallise those more informal links that always make some of the best collaborations. This year, we also hope to introduce an additional category of invited speaker for some of the best contributed papers. The oral presentations will be complemented by a rigorously refereed selection of posters, and there will also be awards for the best contributions in this category presented on the last day. All accepted papers will be eligible for consideration for a special issue of Elsevier's leading journal, Biosensors and Bioelectronics. With a 2012 impact factor of 5.4, it continues to rank first in its ISI category. Alongside the scientific sessions, we will accommodate an ever-expanding commercial exhibition where the exhibitors will display some of their latest equipment and ideas to facilitate your future work. And plan to be in Melbourne early, because Professors Fran Ligler and Tanya Monroe will be running a pre-Congress 1-day tutorial event on optical biosensors. So, whether you come for the tutorial, the main World Congress, or take full advantage of both events, with perhaps a little holiday thrown in at the end, I and the Congress Committee look forward to welcoming you to Melbourne. Google us now and make your reservations soon to get the best rates. Finally, I should mention Biosensors 2016 for those of you who are really looking ahead, which will be back in Europe. Thanks again on behalf of the Congress Committee, and see you in Melbourne.